Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. With that run, Charles, he passed Hall of Famer Curtis Martin for 5th all-time, over 14,100 yards rushing. I'm not sure what more he can accomplish.
Well, in his mind, he thinks he can continue on and get up to number 1 on the all-time rushing list. But you're exactly right. What a career and what accomplishments. And to pass Curtis Martin, who is known by his Hall of Fame coach with the Jets and the Patriots as Wonder Boy, but that's a big-time deal. So if you're passing a guy that they called Wonder Boy, you're a heck of a player.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Able to find Deon Cain, complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Elliott on first down, going to get this back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play, and guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point. Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, 15.
Now a handoff looking right. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's go. Check 26, check 26.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Yellow, I go blue ladies. Better leg. You better break. I'm letting you know
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Line right. There's a line right. 55, Mike. Hey.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
49, check 15. Kill. Check 9. Right side.
Mahomes to throw once more. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script.
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And all the way in for the touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 12 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
But listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, right now, they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Check back 33. Smoke. Get off the field. Mike, check 33. 33. Push him back. Push him back. 15.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jordan Evans. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Mike, check 33. 33. Here we go. Motion. 15, yellow. Check back. Check back 33. Let's go. Check it back. 43.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll try again with Elliott. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Well, if this defense can hold him to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Check 15. 15 teams in Mike. Watch Mike. Right. Check 43. Big Ed. Whip. the whip.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Easy. Check 3. Yellow.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Coming after you. 15. Check mark 33. Come on, boy. Come on. Alpha. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Yellow. Check. Yellow. Shift. Watch the ship. Hey. Watch the ship.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Attack. Slam. Check. Easy. Let's get it.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
And on now is the punter, standing just about on his own goal line. Taken right around the 44. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
check, check. No gain on this defense, no gain. 44, Mike, 44.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Flush to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
3 down. 26 months. Hey. You got tight. You got tight right here. Check three.
Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Offensively, might be thinking, what's going on here? One for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around, not having that success. Might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get him back in form.
Now it's Jackson. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So on fourth down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 35. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're...
There he goes, left side. Touchdown. Equanimous St. Brown. As the first half is winding down. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
His guys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey. 4 down. They got it. I got 19. He's mine.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
2nd and 10 at the 50-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Undercrook. Check. Lucky.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Pilardi now on the punt as he sends this one away. Watch out for Hill on the return. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Run you over. Hey, 57 colors, 57 colors. Why? Who? Mike.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And the pressure gets to him again.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you have obvious passing situations. Hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
55 to Mike. Check. 50. Yellow. Let's go. Color. Hey, let's get this. Delta. Show it up. You gotta get right.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. That goes for a gain of 31.
You had to figure they'd take a shot downfield on third and long, so the old cliche came into mind right away for me. Who wants it more? You always hear about receivers, you hear about their hands, their moves, their speed. How about the positioning and the desire to go get that one out of the air?
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6. Now it's Mahomes again. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you got to love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And this one is right through. And they take a 17-14 lead. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Let's go, baby.
1st down and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Kendall Fuller in on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Marshall's 14.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Jackson. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
San Antonio.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Kane. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Deon Kane, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys are going to retake the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Easy. Mike, 55. Check, 55. Attack. You ain't going nowhere. Check. Seam 6.
Mahomes now to throw. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Mahomes now on first down. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 30. A big pickup of 38.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 28-yard line.
I down these two. I go on. Check three. Attack.
Now here's Mahomes. And this one's incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hero 15. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Check tight. Charlie.
Now Mahomes. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, if you kill it, motion me out. 55, Mike, got it. Yo, go. Watch the out. Hey, go. Watching you first.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And that is incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Jackson. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left, and then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
52. Right 52. I got you, boy. I got you, boy. 52 is the mic right here over there, right? 52 is the mic.
And the blitz does come. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on here to punt it away. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now they try the right side here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 38 yards on the scamper there. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a handoff looking right. Fights off the defender. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Check 52. Check, 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 check.
Back to throw. Mahomes forced out to his left. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Elliott running right. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Keep playing.
His guys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Yellow.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on.
He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38. One final try from Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Back to throw. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, an interesting finish to this one. They get in the end zone at the end of the game. Then they went for two. It wouldn't have mattered. The game was over, but they didn't get that two-point conversion.
I think trying to get the 2 points, that was for pride for them. But obviously the guys on the other side of the ball had some pride too. They stopped the two-point play, even though, as you noted, it did not matter. So both teams battled to the end.
So for our visitors, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
like that. It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car. Go on your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. That's the Jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my Jag talk it. Ooh, Pac-Man, that's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack my bad, but I'm past that with a NASDAQ. That's cash when the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man when it come back. I'ma give